Hey, what's up guys? Victor here with Individual Investor. I just finished reading this book, Your Money and Your Brain by Jason Zweig, and I really liked it. This book basically covers the concept of neuroeconomics and how the emotional part of your brain is actually your biggest enemy when making investment decisions or any sort of decision involving money, because of our tendency to get overly excited with the prospects of making money or overly afraid of the possibility of losing money. This book is full of examples and experiments. So what I'd like to do is take one of the examples from chapter 9 titled Regret and share it with you guys. Imagine that you have to choose between winning $3,000 100% for sure right now, or taking a gamble with an 80% chance of winning $4,000 and a 20% chance of winning zero. If you are like most people, what makes sense is to take $3,000, right? Why not? You can have $3,000 guaranteed right now, so give me the $3,000. Now let's talk about scenario 2. Here you have to choose between losing $3,000 guaranteed, you lose them right now, or taking a gamble with 80% odds of actually losing $4,000 or a 20% chance of losing zero, nothing. What would you do? Here, if you're like most people, you probably want to take the chance, right? You have a 20% opportunity of losing nothing here. So that's what makes sense. Well, for those two scenarios, we actually went with the emotional decision, the decision that made us feel safer and more comfortable. But if now we take a look at the same scenarios and we actually apply some basic math and some logic, you'll find that actually what makes most sense is actually to do the opposite of what we just did. So let's revisit scenario 1 again and now calculate the cost of actually taking the gamble. If we take the gamble and we decide to go for the $4,000 with 80% chance of success, the cost of that option is 80% times 4,000 equals $3,200. $3,200 is more than $3,000, which is what you would get if you just choose to go with $3,000 guaranteed. So in this case, you have to go with the option of taking the gamble because it has a greater cost here if you compare the two options fairly. Now, for scenario 2, it's actually the same math. And the cost of losing $4,000 is $3,200 as well. So, as counterintuitive as it sounds, what you should do for scenario 2 is actually take the option of just losing $3,000 straight. Because if you go with a gamble, then the cost of that option is actually higher, $3,200, than losing your $3,000. So the math is pretty clear, and what is also clear is that the emotional part of the brain can cloud our logic or judgment, especially when trying to make decisions that potentially involve losing money. If you're still not too comfortable or convinced that this logic is the best way to go, let's extrapolate the two scenarios and imagine that instead of having to make that decision once, you have to make that decision 100 times or 1,000 or even 10,000 times. What would you do then? The only way you can guarantee that you will be better off on average after all those iterations is actually by going with the math and the probability. This is no different than having to toss a coin 100,000 times and having to guess on average what the outcome of the toss would be. Alright, I hope that you guys enjoyed this little exercise and also that you learned something new today. I would really appreciate if you can please like my video and subscribe to my channel so that I can continue to make videos like this for you guys. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.